Welcome back. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Twitch. And hello, Kick, to episode 22 of the Super Duper Dreamland and Oxygen Not Included. So, today we are going to work on building the petroleum boiler. We're going to make use of this minor volcano, and we're going to keep digging out all of this area down below here, and basically just freeing up enough room for our heat exchange size, since it's going to be quite large. And that's probably going to be most of the stream. We need to get the petroleum boiler online because these oil refineries here are just taking way too much duplicate time now, especially when since our colony is a lot more mature. And we're going to need petroleum for our rockets, and we also use it for our power. So it would be a good way to sort of create free petroleum, essentially using the heat of the magma from the volcano, instead of having our duplicates here and doing it manually. We will keep these intact because I think these are a great way to sort of, hold on, let me just get the chat up here. The chat's that's not loading tonight. So if you've just typed something in the chat, I missed it. It's a good chance no one is here yet, but just in case. Yeah, so we'll keep these intact. We're not going to delete these oil refineries because just in case there's something that goes wrong with the petroleum boiler, we'll simply just block off our duplicates from having access to this point. So that's no big deal. Actually, it wouldn't be a bad idea to probably block them off from coming here entirely, just so we don't have all this heat escaping. Not that I really care about it, but I mean, as you can see, the heat is kind of all over the place. Hey, Sean Monahan. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you for joining tonight. I hope you had an excellent Friday, and I hope that you're having a great night or morning. Everyone who's watching, including the people in the VOD who are watching the VOD, thank you so much for joining tonight. Yes, just going over what we're planning to do tonight, Sean. We're going to keep working on the petroleum boiler. We started that last stream, so we're picking up right where we left off. I didn't have any time to make any minor tune-ups or adjustments like I normally do off stream. Just been pretty busy. So yeah, just kind of going over what I want to do until I feel like we get some more people in the chat, and also just kind of once I'm done talking, essentially. Okay, so yeah, so we want to get the petroleum rockets. We already have the tech as far as data banks goes, so we just need the radiation now, and that's going to come with time. I figured out, I think the last time, I think it did it again, where this just wasn't aiming up. Like, I don't know why. I mean, it showed on the animation, it showed that it was aiming up, but this wasn't selected. So that's kind of weird. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, so that should be working okay. That's why we have some nuclear waste buildup here. It was just kind of shooting this all over the place, and not really. I don't think it went anywhere else, but luckily it's a pretty confined space, so it can't go too far. And I just queued up some tasks for my duplicates to do. Actually, I should have the game running again. I always do that. I just queued up some tasks. Like I want my duplicates to clear out some of these floxes. So I forgot that I never really dealt with these, and I think they're probably contributing slightly to the lag that I'm kind of annoyed by. Also, just cleaning up some of these critters, putting them in the evolution chamber, and hopefully they do a good job. I don't need them. Let's just go ahead and get rid of all these guys. Maybe we'll just give them a little bit of Reagan action there, and then hopefully they deliver the barbecues to the thing. Okay, so oh, we have one duplicate eating our berry sludge. It was Gene. Let's take Gene off the berry sludge, and let's save those for rocket missions. And yeah, so that's kind of the plan for today, just to continue working on petroleum boiler. Should be pretty easy. I don't think we're going to get it started up tonight. That's quite the task, since I might not have time to start it up, but we should be able to get it built and ready to go. So that is the plan today. So She-Man Terry, if you're watching, feel free to watch till the end and see how far we get with the petroleum boiler. I know you've been asking for that for a very long time. So let's go ahead and start doing stuff and things in the game. So we're just gonna keep digging. Basically just need to dig out enough. Well, I'm going to dig out enough space to I'm going to dig out all this, and then I'll dig out enough space to build a couple of layers for the heat exchange. I don't know if there's like any type of math involved with. Oh, we have bionic duplicant power is. Oh no, we have the shovels in the shovels. Eating stuff around here. Why isn't the duplicant? Oh, it is charging. Okay, so maybe it's just not charging fast enough. So hopefully they're okay, and they don't have any problems. Okay, yeah, I'm kind of annoyed. The shovels, I might have to just get rid of them and put them somewhere up here because that's kind of annoying. Might just go ahead and do that. Put them right here. This guy here. I don't know how they all made it onto the rocket platform, but I gotta get rid of them. Let's take this out. And then let's put that on 9 priority. Okay. Also, another bonehead thing that I was doing, which I didn't realize until I kind of looked over just like 5 minutes ago before I started the stream. Oh, we got a breakage here. That's interesting. Steam is 108. Hey, 6 of 5. Good evening, good evening. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight, 6 of 5? Hope you are doing well and hope you had a great Friday. So I guess this is, yeah, I guess it's just breaking because the steam was getting cold or something. But the bonehead thing that I was doing before, that I noticed before I started, was I had the vent here, a high pressure gas vent, which I was using to vacuum out this room because I added another gas pump, so I let in some oxygen, some polluted oxygen. So I had this high pressure gas vent here and it was just blowing steam out into the atmosphere. So that's why there's water here. That's why there's water here. And I was wondering where I was getting the water from, because it didn't really make sense to me that water just started appearing out of nowhere. So anyways, just a little boneheaded thing there. No big deal. No real resource loss though, because I mean we can just have so much water. Like all of our water, we have our water going from when this is on, this is turning on the overflow valve to keep sending water through instead of being cooled, and it's supposed to go through into this chamber into the water reservoir, but there's just so much water that it's actually getting backed up from this geyser as well. So like one of the problems I have is just having way too much. I could just use this other liquid vent, I suppose, but this is also working full time for another 80 cycles. So that's working for 80 cycles. This thing here is working for 10 cycles. So this will go offline soon, and then that'll free up the runway for this bypass. But I mean, we just have a crazy amount of water. We should put this probably to 980 because sometimes there's like glitches or something where it doesn't detect the full 1000. 6 of 5 says all good, thanks. Winter has arrived. Time to hibernate for the next 6 months. Yeah, there's some cold weather moving in. Like it went from being like 30 degrees almost. Like literally was it last week? Maybe it was even on Monday, I think. Like Monday, Tuesday. Like I was in shorts and t-shirt outside working. And then now it's like I brought my winter jacket to work this morning. That's crazy. But I like the fall weather. I like it when the leaves start changing. It always looks fun, and you get to see the sunrise and the sunset. Well, I mean, depending on how you look at it, you kind of go to work in the dark and you come home in the dark. But at least you get to see the sunset and the sunrise on the way to work instead of waking up and it's already bright. It just feels weird. So I don't know. There's like positives and negatives to it, but I enjoy this type of weather. No. Oh, we got some data banks. We dipped below 0 today. Wow. in the middle of, not even middle of October. That's wild. That is wild. Yeah, we haven't dipped below 0 yet. I think our low was 5, but we had frost on our windshields this morning. So, yeah, that's crazy. Let me just send this. Oh, okay, I got just 1 second. I'm just a little bit distracted here before I start. Hey Ethan, thanks for creating Oxygen Not Included contents. Learned most of what I know in the game because of you. That is so nice to say. Thank you so much. I'm gonna try my best here. Yori, thank you so much. If I butchered that, please let me know, and I will correct it. That is awesome to hear. Which one is your favorite video, Yori? Thank you so much for the kind feedback. So if by the way, if you haven't been watching the playthrough, I'm so glad you could make it live. We're almost 80 hours into this playthrough, and we just got the space, so I know it's a little bit lagging behind of where people usually are at 80, but if you watch the stream, you'll know I get distracted very easily. But basically, we just got the space, and we're trying to go for petroleum rockets. So we're building a petroleum boiler, and I'll probably end up doing a video on that at some point now that that we're building it. So something else that you'll get to learn. Thank you so much for the kind words. So yes, let me know which video was your favorite, Yori, and if I got your name right. So yeah, we're just gonna continue digging this out, and hopefully we don't get our duplicants stuck in here, because that's kind of annoying when that stuff happens. And we have a lot of cleaning up to do as well. So I should put a transit tube station here. I know I have one here, but I think it's still quite far and causing our duplicants to probably run too far. So maybe we'll build a transit tube station. Well, our petroleum boiler is probably going to be, like, if I had to sketch this out real quick, it's probably going to be something like this. So we'll probably have to redesign this area, and then it'll probably come out, actually not even that far, whoops. Probably something like that. And then we'll have the heat exchange down here, and then it'll come out like this. So I would say where this existing granite tile will be the end of our boiler. So I need to put, most likely, if I put a transit tube right here, that will be sufficient for our duplicants to help them get places, basically. So we'll just build it. We'll just build that straight in, and hopefully that helps us out. Actually, I should move it a little bit away, because then I can run the tube right down there. And then it'll help facilitate the building process. Kind of go like that, boom. And then keep digging. All right, so let's start building this. We're not going to open up the magma yet, so obviously that's out of the question for a long time, because I want to have the entire heat exchange finished before we let anything go. So I do have a sort of a sketch of what I want this to look like that I did in sandbox mode before we started. So I'm going to be looking off to the side just to make sure I'm building what I want correctly, and then from there, basically from there, I don't need ceramic for this. And then basically from there, we'll kind of just wing it, but should be pretty easy. I mean, it's not too difficult. I just need a little magma pit. You said it correctly. Definitely the 10 tips for mid-game vids. Thank you so much for watching. That's a pretty old one, I think. A couple months old now. That's awesome that you like that one. And that I got it correct. The first try. Yeah, so petroleum boiler coming up here. Keep going on that. So I want this to be probably 8, I think is the recommendation. Oops, I totally missed where that was. So 8 is this block. So we're gonna put that block there. Like that. Actually, that block is going to be a mechanized airlock out of steel, because that's going to be coming in contact with the magma. I need to delete the ladder. Okay. And then maybe we'll hold off on this one because I want my duplicants to be able to walk pretty freely in here. And then put a mechanized airlock there. And then on top of the mechanized airlock, we'll go down. It's like so. It's gonna go in there. Yeah, we'll put a little box in there. So it's gonna be pretty low. We're gonna have to dig out a lot, basically. And then redesign the entrance to our gold volcano as well, which is... Actually, I should probably close that. Or should I? I don't know. It's probably okay, no matter what. Yeah, so let's go ahead and keep digging and get all this out of here. I probably should not build the floor for this yet, because then I have to clean it out. And that's going to be kind of annoying. So, not going to worry about that for the time being. What else do my duplicants have to do? Let's just make sure everything is running good so we don't run into any issues like we did yesterday. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the Draco chamber yet, even though I have like wild Dracos in here just hanging out, even though I haven't tamed them. I don't know how that happened. I must have placed all the Dracos in there and not realized it, but that's kind of weird. I don't know. I don't even know if that was happening last stream. Anyways, I have a bunch of stuff to clean up here. My duplicants leave crap all over the place, so just gotta clean that up. Yeah, I'll take the advanced booster. I don't think I need that. Oh, we have a Descending Shell. That's cute. I like those guys. And oh yeah, our Paku chamber. So I think I got this. I think I understand now why this wasn't working yesterday. And I think I discussed it yesterday, but now I have a little... Okay, here we go. I'm gonna watch the evolution happen. Perfect. So I think they were all just dying of old age all at the same time. And that's probably the issue that we ran into for why these guys were... Uther, I need to make an infinite storage. How is it going? Oh, it's super easy. What type of infinite storage are you making? Gas or liquid? By the way, thank you for joining the stream tonight. It's great to see you tonight, Uther. Yeah, so when these guys all die out at the same time, like this one here, if I can select it, it's 18 out of 25. This guy here is 19 out of 25. And this guy's 7, and this guy's 21. So when these guys all die out at the same time, I don't have enough eggs to replenish them as they die out. And then another consequence of that is I don't have... once they all die out and they can't reproduce themselves, then I don't have... I'm just left with 1. So the problem I think should be fixed if I just put in 6 to send the green signal on my critter sensor. So I send a green, and then over here, I really need a green signal here. Oh, gas, you already made it. That's awesome. Yeah, the gas one, there's make sure that in the gas one, when you do it, there's a problem that you might run into, which I only realized after the fact. Sometimes if you use a liquid such as, well, actually, almost any liquid will do this. Sometimes it will like teleport up to the second tile, and it will still cause this to overpressure. So the fix to that is to just use a 2-tile high, wall beside your gas vent. Hangry Pixels, hey man, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you too. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. How was your Friday, Hangry Pixels? Nice to see you. So yeah, just make sure when you build yours, Uther, make sure you have 2 tiles beside your gas vent, because that can cause problems in the long run, and it's kind of annoying. Yes, and then what I always do with when I try to, so I have a few. I guess I don't have a few. I only have one. So this one here is the only one that I left access to, so that my duplicants can come and work in here with the oil refinery. But then they can also go in here and do maintenance to the gas area. And the only consequence of that, oh great. Oh great. Okay. I guess you can just delete that. Please get to the bathroom, Catalina. Please get to the bathroom. Boom, just go like that. So the only consequence of allowing your duplicants to come back in here is that once you open this gate, all of the gas that you've been saving up here will just rush back into the chamber where that is basically under pressure. But I think it's still worth it to leave provisions to come back. Just a heads up if you want to do that. If not, it's totally fine. But yeah, definitely make sure you have 2 tiles there. I'm pretty sure in that video, I only have the 1 tile, and that usually works fine. But then you'll have the very occasional and rare glitch where this liquid will sort of jump up and disappear, and it will still cause this to overpressure. So it's kind of annoying. I didn't realize that initially, because I have the mod that allows me to suppress notifications like this. Like when it's out of oxygen, I can just click boom. I can just click the button, and then it won't show me that there's an error, because I don't like seeing those error messages. Usually they're very trivial, and I don't really have to pay attention to them. But because of that mod, I didn't notice that those were having issues when I did my tutorial. Well, when I did the research for the tutorial. So I apologize for that as far as that goes, and hopefully you don't have the same issues as I did. Hangry Pixel says, busy, went to IHOP with the fam for dinner. That's awesome, Hangry Pixels. What'd you have at the IHOP? I went to Costco for dinner because $7 poutines is awesome. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Actually, I don't even have to dig this out, but I think might as well at this point. Probably just go like this. Costco hype? Yeah, Costco is the bomb. Just pancakes and eggs. My daughter stole my bacon. Yeah, Costco is the bomb. Let's get all this liquid out of here too, because I'm pretty sure that's causing frame rate issues. Kind of annoying. On our rockets, we have our steam turbines complete now, so we can start filling this up with a little bit of water. Probably start building some automation to prevent the duplicates from coming down here as well. And then we'll be able to vacuum it out for the future. Putin is hard to find in New Jersey. I'm jealous. Really? That's unfortunate. You guys are so close to the border. You would think that would be a huge there'd be a huge market for poutine there. Well, maybe not huge, but like better than hard to find. Okay, do I need steel here for this? I don't think so. What am I building this out of? Steel? Lead. Lead is 300 degrees, so I probably do need steel just into here, and then we'll build it with the rest with lead. Otherwise, we're definitely going to melt it. Didn't make it down this far. Closest thing we have is cheese fries, which is not the same. No, it really isn't the same. And you know what? So many people or so many companies cheap out on the poutine now these days anyway. So it's hard to find like a good value poutine because like they just throw hard cheese in it and it's just not the same as having like cheese curds that actually melt. You know, if you've ever had poutine, you know what I'm talking about. You have the like the poutine at like McDonald's. It's not the greatest poutine, but in a pinch, it can get by as being classified as poutine. Oh, I got all this chlorine in here now. That's gonna be annoying to get rid of. Okay, so this is where our mechanized airlock will sit. So here's our entrance, and then it'll go down, boop. Now we gotta start building our heat exchange. So 2 tiles high. I want it to be 2 tiles high. Go like that. We're gonna make this go like that, and then put some ladders up here so our duplicants can dig out the ice. And then make a little pit. We have to move all this actually. That's not that big of a deal. We can just go up and over it. Delete that and delete that. And completely redesign this entrance, but that's okay because this would eventually melt anyway over time, and it's probably worth it to just get rid of it now. How much steel or gold do we have? 12 tons of gold already from this volcano. It's not too bad. And then we have a ton of cleaning up to do after we dig all this out. Another thing I should probably do is just build a little wall here, so we don't have too much heat exchange. Because this area is, I think this area is pretty cold. I mean, it's cold now, but I think it's gonna warm up anyway after. So, anyways, we'll just build that, and then we shouldn't have too many problems, especially with the water going into that area. Set that to higher priority so we get that done. Okay, heat exchange. So we're going to be building something that looks like this, and then boom. And then we gotta wait for our duplicants to finish this, basically. So we can delete the bottom. Maybe just set that to 8 priority, get that done. And then just delete all this. Oh, it's not even powered yet. New printables. Let's see who we got. I'll take the wart seed. I have lots of wart seeds now, so probably make a huge cooling. 14 wart seeds that I'm not using. Probably can make a huge cooling area out of it, or radiation / cooling. I mean, it would also almost be worth it to use the wart seeds to get more radiation to get my research done quicker, but at the same time, I don't have the infrastructure for petroleum rockets anyway. Oh, who got trapped now? Come on, Bert. What? How did you get trapped in there? Oh, because I deleted the ramp. Okay, that makes sense. Can you get out now? And I should probably put some ladders here just in case. Just like that. Okay, so this also I need to get this done so I can start vacuuming it out because that's gonna take a while. So let's get that in motion and then start setting our gas pumps in here. Maybe one in here, one in here, and just go boom, boom. Maybe that's not gonna work. I don't know. Where's my power coming from? Coming from there, so it makes sense to put it as close to here. I'm just kind of annoyed that this pipe is in the way. I have to disconnect it. Maybe disconnect it this way. And then put a high pressure. I don't even think I need high pressure, but it's okay. We'll put high pressure. And then this one, where do I get power from there? Kind of like that. And then we'll get that on 9 priority as well to get that going. And that should be done fairly quickly. Let's take a look at our food situation. Where's my food at? Okay, so everything is deep frozen. So nothing is spoiling. And then... oh, that's the Pacus, right? Yeah, we still have... okay, we still have 5 Pacus plus an egg. So... and it seems like it's working for now. Seems like it's working for now. Why are you idle, George or Jorge? There's a whole bunch of digging you can do. Oh, do we not have Atmos suits available? Oh, all of our Atmos suits are gone. Maybe I'll build one more. I don't know if they're all stacked up or not. Build some out of cobalt, I guess. Maybe I have to build more. I have 17 duplicants now. It's probably a good idea if I build a couple more Atmos suit docks. I'll just delete the statue here and oh, don't delete that. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and I have 17 duplicants trying to work. So, I mean, that's probably why that's causing a problem. Boom, 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 and then kind of go like that. So I built 5 more. I have to build 5 more Atmos suits. This guy's mad as hell. Surf and Trip is at 289,000 calories. Calories. That's really good. Delivering suits should be a chore instead of having to click on it. Yeah, it really should. I don't know why they force you to click it. I mean, oh, I think Jorge can't move because I didn't allow him to. That might be, yeah, that's probably why. There we go. Let's just remove Jorge from that and allow him to do some works. That's totally right, 6 of 5. It seems so weird that because not only do you have to click deliver suit, but I always get confused as to like if this suit actually has a dock that can be stacked here or not, because often your duplicants are so busy working outside of your base that you can't tell if you have enough Atmos suits to fill all the docks anyways. And then if you don't have extra docks, then your duplicants can't come back to the base if everyone else has already returned their Atmos suits. So I wish there was like an assigned Atmos suit to each dock, so you could be like, oh yeah, this one is being used by Bert, and this one's being used by Jorge, and etc. That would be so much better than just this deliver. Like, I don't think I've ever used the undock button. I know why. I get why it's there, but like that's crazy. Durability is 0.1%. They can. This literally has like a second left of usage. They should just get that fixed right away. Look, these guys are stuck. Oh, they can't drop in. That's kind of unfortunate. Oh well. Okay, cool. This is getting pretty close to being finished. So I need to go down one more and okay, boom, that's good. We're just gonna make a huge wall here eventually, but not now. And then this is gonna go all. Do I need to make this that big? How much did I make it in that one? I hope this is going to. I hope I didn't make it too big. Kind of my only worry. Oh, fat fingered the wrong button there. It's gonna be something like this, and then I gotta move the power wire too. All right, well that's easy. Just go this way. Sorry to bother you, but do you have your Steam power hooked up to smart battery automation to turn it off? It seems like you would never need to turn them off, right? So that's a great question, Uther. My latest video actually goes over that. The method that I'm using here, I do not have any smart batteries hooked up. And my rationale for that is because I'm always going to be using a certain amount, like a base level of power anyways. So if these steam turbines are, let's say they're working at full capacity, which would be, yeah, so you should watch that video because it shows you 2 ways to build your steam turbines with the volcanoes. So when we're talking about steam turbines with like an aqua tuner, I never have a smart battery hooked up. Although you could argue that you might be able to get away with it. Oh, something is overheating. Oh, that makes sense. Well, you know what? Kind of annoying. We'll just drop some ice on. It's because I mopped up the water. The water was actually beneficial there, so we'll just mop some. We'll just put an ice plate on it. Yeah, I'll just do that. I should have just left the water. Yeah, so watch the video tonight, but essentially, there's 2 ways you can do it. If you're doing aqua tuners, I never ever put smart batteries for aqua tuners because I want the cooling to be, I want the aqua tuners to be cool and not have any issues. But I mean, they can go up to 300 and something degrees anyway, 325. So you could argue that you could put a smart battery here, but the very minimal amount of power that you produce here, like we're producing like 25% of 850 watts. So is it worth it to put a smart battery here? I mean, I don't think so. You could argue, maybe make a case for it, that maybe you can load up. Oh, okay, building melted. That was the temperature plate. That you could load up more aqua tuners here, and then you could make more use of the steam power, and then you could put a smart battery. In the case of a volcano, the reason I don't have a smart battery attached to this is because, number one, I was just lazy when I built it, and you know how things go on the channel now. We don't do math around here. We just brute force our way through the game. So that's what this is. This is like a brute force volcano. You know, it works. It works 100%. Like I've never had an issue. To be honest with you, this is like the best thing in the colony so far, this volcano, because it has never had an issue. I've literally had an issue with everything else in this colony, even very simple things like a Paku farm. But this volcano was just so easy to set up, and it always works. And you, I don't feel like I need the smart battery here because I'm producing about 50% power from each of these smart steam turbines, which is about 1200 watts. And my baseline for power usage is 13. You can see it's like hovering between 13 kilowatts. So I'm always going to be using all of this power anyways. Like there's never a situation in this base where I'm not using the full capacity of these steam turbines. So that's rationale number 1 or 2. I forgot which number we're on. But the third rationale is that I have so much power production. I mean, other than the issues that I've ran into with not getting oil to my petroleum generators, that I'm not too concerned about keeping the heat from this volcano. I'd rather have the igneous rock. So I'd rather have the igneous rock cooled quicker so I can send it to my hatches to feed them. Now, if you were on a base that was struggling for power, or you decided that you want to be very efficient with your build, then you can use the second example that I show in my video, where we build a more elaborate setup and we take care to not use all the heat from the magma right away, and we sort of drip it into a steam room, which causes your magma to last basically for your entire playthrough. I think the downside to that, if you like do the math over time, which of course, like I said, I don't do, is that you'll have less igneous rock production. So if igneous rock production is important, I think this is probably the better way, because you're basically deleting the heat a lot quicker. But if you don't care about the igneous rock, then and if you want the power, then you can get full production out of your steam turbines by using the second method in that video. So I hope that answers your question. That's my basis for why I'm doing it this way. I mean, I just have so much power. Just like the same thing with water. There was at the start of this base, I remember. Ooh, what's flooding now? Oh, these things are flooding? Really? That's flooding? All right. Do I need the power from there? I don't think I do. Oh, I probably do need the power. Oh my goodness, I definitely need the power. All right, well, gotta mop that up. Gotta mop that up. A little bit too much ice. Thank you so much. I tried checking some forums, but it's kind of hard to find information out there. Yeah, the forums they're very good sources, and even the Discord, the Oxygen Not Included Discord server, very good sources, but you'll find like the optimal way to build something there. And sometimes you just want to get through the game without always like this. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Sometimes you just want to get through the game without like just setting something up and having it work. And to be honest, if you build this method and if you're not struggling for power, like if you have hydrogen, petroleum, and coal as like a last resort, you'll never notice the power that you wasted from this volcano. It's just like you have so much of it. Look, I only have 3 petroleum generators. I have natural gas. I have so much natural gas in this base. 1,500 kilograms stacked up, right? And hydrogen, my Hydra alone could probably power my base. Like, look at how much hydrogen we make. So that's my rationale for not caring too much about being super efficient, because I just utilize all the different power sources that there are available, and then I don't have to worry about one particular one doing very well. But if you like to play that game, play that way, that's totally fine. Just remember that you probably don't have to. Hey, BWI Smith, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the stream. Just make sure that I forgot what I was talking about. I got distracted by that. But anyways. Oh my goodness, what's happening here? Where did that come from? Oh, please don't tell me that has germs in it. Okay, it doesn't. So I just finished clearing out all of the germs from here. Oh, this is clear now. This is only taken like 3 streams. Oh no, there's water. Okay, there's still germs left. Okay, that's from previous. It just hasn't dissipated yet. They're slowly dying out. Very, very slowly. Let's check. Where's my germ overlay? Dying on liquid. Okay, so whatever. Yeah, I have no idea where all this polluted water came from all of a sudden. Something must have melted. Like some sort of ice. Some polluted ice melted. But anyways, we gotta mop that up, because now it's breaking this thing, and that's gonna be annoying. What was I doing before? Oh yeah, deliver suit. Deliver suit. Yeah, this is very tedious. I wish this was automated, but I kind of see why it's not automated. Like, just a rationale for not having it automated, I suppose. Oh, these guys are just flopping around. They're no longer angry. Oh well. Are these tame? No, they're wild. Okay. And I have, yeah, so they just all sort of died out. Now I'm back to 3 Pakus. Whatever. I mean, as long as I have between 3 and 5, I'm okay. I just don't want to lose all of my Pakus. That would be unfortunate. All right, let's keep going on this. Let's keep going on this. Power wire needs to be rebuilt before I can continue. A lot of little things that just need to have happen before I can continue, basically. So it's just a matter of letting our duplicants do the work, and this is still flooded. How is that flooded? You have 108 grams of water on you. Why are you flooded? This is not flooded. This is 114 grams. There's no way that's not a glitch. All right, whatever this stupid bot is, gonna figure out how to ban tonight on here. If you're watching this stream, I'm just trying to get rid of this stupid bot that keeps spamming the chat every stream. No idea how to take care of that. Probably like it's a mod thing here somewhere. There it is. I think that was it. Got banned. You're my first banned viewer. Is the bottom line? They're not cheap. Hey, good evening, Becca. Thanks for joining the stream. Yeah, it's a very offensive bot. Get out of here. My first welcome to being welcome to Ban World. What's your name? Sadistic something? I don't even know. Go sell your viewers somewhere else. Be gone if thou not be deathless. Ban world population 1. I've always wondered when I'm gonna have to ban my first viewer, and it just happened to be that bot. Well banned, yeah. Oh, duplicates. We have a duplicate available. I will take the brine. Take the brine for now, I guess. Once we have the infrastructure in place to have another, what's it called? Whatever these guys are called. Oh my goodness, I'm just totally blanking right now. Bionic duplicants. We can take another one. So 6 out of 4. 6 out of 4 right there. And then we'll have the some ladders here, I guess. I don't know why they're taking so long to build down here. They got boats. Yeah, the bionic duplicants have boats. Which is kind of funny because they don't like water. So I give them the boat. I like this. I guess they're like sleeping or whatever. They're producing microchips. That looks so funny. I love that. I want to do an all bionic duplicant playthrough. That would be pretty cool. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that with the prehistoric asteroid. So my first time playing prehistoric will be my first time with bionic duplicants, and we'll see which one fails first: the bionic duplicants or the the bionic duplicants or the saving the asteroid from the meteor. It'd be kind of funny. Okay, I can get rid of all this too. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. It's kind of just empty space. Maybe some sort of I don't know. Maybe I'll put all my extra critters in there. I really want to make a mammoth farm at some point as well. I think that'd be pretty cool, but I just don't need, like, I don't need a mammoth patty right now. Like, what is this? It creates clay, which is actually not bad. Clay and phosphorite. That's actually not too bad. Like, I can use this for pincher pepper plant. So I don't need Drecos, but I like having Drecos anyway for plastic. But the clay is actually really good. Because right now my clay production is just coming from these deodorizers, which are essentially not working because I don't have a lot of polluted oxygen there. I guess I could put it up here as well. Put a couple deodorizers here. Oh, and regarding the question about the steam turbines, again, with the smart batteries, if you have a steam turbine in an industrial room and you're only producing like a very minuscule amount of power, I just don't think it's worth it at all. I would much rather have the steam be at the lowest level possible than kind of regulating that, you know what I mean? So I've never found a use for it, but if you're going for a hyper efficient build, you probably should. That's basically it. Mammoths use a ton of food. I only keep about 4 around initially for the reed fiber or whatever they make. The reed fiber, I believe, comes from... Is it the mammoth? Yeah, the reed fiber. Shearable reed fiber, 5 kilograms. And then, okay, so yeah, that's the one. Yeah, they eat a ton of food, huh? How much do they consume? Plum squash, which need a very cold environment for all of these, I think. Squash fries. Well, you can, I guess you can make that. Nosh sprout, again, very cold, I believe. Yeah, minus 25 to 0. So it's not something that kind of encourages me to build it on this asteroid, but obviously I think it would be a lot better to do that on the Frosty Planet. The Frosty Planet asteroid. Oh, this thing is still... Anyways, it looks like this is... got a little bit of iron there. I have to tame this at some point. At some point, we will have to tame that. I wonder if these guys can sleep with the light on. I think, because they technically don't sleep, right? The bionic duplicants. So... Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, and an egg. So yeah, it's holding steady. It's doing a lot better than before. Okay, the wiring is finally done, so we can delete this. Boom. And then we can continue our thing here. It's gonna take a long time to vacuum all this out, I think. Put this guy here so we can get to that ladder. Now over here, it's gonna check my reference again, so I build this correctly the first time. This is way easier in sandbox mode because you don't have to keep looking over. I don't know why I built a double here. Something's wrong here. Goes through the opening, drops. Oh, okay, so that's probably why. Probably built that too long. Yeah, something's off here. I gotta restart. This can stay. And then we'll put a mechanized airlock here. Yeah, so I have a 2-tile high radius there. And then we'll build this guy down like so. So I need that. I need this to stay. And I need another mechanized airlock. It is time, Tree Man Terry. It is time. It is time to build the petroleum boiler. I'm probably not going to get it online this episode, but we will have it done. Just because I do have to go to bed at a reasonable time tonight. We get up early tomorrow. So, but we will get this done. That is basically my something's broken up here. That is basically my goal. Oh, you know what? I can probably delete. Yeah, just somebody can come up here and do this. I should put a sweepy deck or sweepy whatever, sweepy guy up there. Some robo miners. Oh, I have to lock this door too. It'd be quite annoying if duplicates kept coming in. So steel, and then just build this first. Yes, it is time. So we're building it. Where is it? We've spent a lot of time so far just moving stuff around. Like it's gonna be pretty low, right? So I have to keep digging lower. I moved the transit tube, the power network over, and I sort of made a little bit of a mistake. So now we're just correcting everything. And of course, we should probably let our duplicates in here so they can fix the stuff that they need to fix, just in case. And then we'll close it off afterwards. One thing that I can't forget, because this is just so much easier to do. So what I like to do, I know a lot of the tutorials that you see have the hold on, before we do that, we're gonna do, yeah, so we're gonna go down like that. Okay, that's the wall that we're going to use. Then we're gonna put a liquid lock there. Hey, good evening, XA Becke. You can just remove, well, let me start that again because I really botched that one. You can just remove access to the dupes on that floor instead of getting all that set automation. Oh, if you mean up here? Yeah, I probably could just remove them. So one thing that I like to do is instead of using radiant liquid piping all the way for my heat exchange, since this part is susceptible to breaking if there's too much heat here, I like to use ceramic insulated pipe. That's the only thing that's out of the ordinary from the mainstream builds, I guess, that you would normally see. Let's just use ceramic. To keep it from busting. And then we have to move this over because this ended up being wrong for some reason. And this can basically be done, but I need automation here, so I'm going to do all of my automation on the outside because it'll leave me flexibility to change it in the future without having to break everything. So all the automation is going to come to the outside, and I think that'll just be... I'm also going to add automation to this. Just not sure if I'm going to do it in the form of a hydro sensor or temperature sensor or just a signal switch, because it might be a good idea to be able to shut that off and on just in case something happens. But before we close everything in, well... Isn't it supposed to be too wide to pit? Yes, it is. I built it wrong initially. I built it wrong. This doesn't need to be here. And I'm using a reference on the side of my screen, so if you see me looking around, it's because I just don't want to have to do it 10 times. So I already built this in Sandbox, and now I'm just copying what I did in Sandbox mode. So something like that. We'll leave this open. And we'll leave it open from the bottom. We'll just build up. Just build up into it. And then over here, We have the 2. We need a temperature sensor. Put it right there. And I used 4 temp shift plates. And then I have a mechanized airlock. And again, just going to have... Actually, I don't even need to use... yeah, we'll just... Whatever, we'll do that. I don't even need to use steel here, but... bionic power is low again. Why is my bionic power so low? Maybe I need 2 of these. And it seems like I need 2. Maybe I need 1 for each duplicate, or a bionic duplicate. I guess that's what it is. Whatever. We'll build another one. Snazzy suit. See, who needs a suit? Meep. Meep needs a suit. We still got to build our oxalite refinery, so there's a lot that we have to build still to get petroleum rockets. It's quite a lot of work. Damage overheat. Is it this thing again? Yeah. Is there any cooling up here that I can use? I should. I'm not gonna bother bringing cooling up here. I'll just let that thing break. And for some reason, this one is not over. Oh, because it's got water on it. Well, this one has 112 grams on it, and not 30 minutes ago, this one had 110 or something, 114, and it was flooding. So I don't know. I don't know what's up with that, but basically, I just need these to be online. Like, I cannot have these go offline because meteors will destroy stuff. This is this is controlling that, and then this one is coming from there. So I don't understand why. Maybe I'll just build it out of steel. You can use puffs for oxalite. Yeah, I could use puffs, but that'll take. I think that'll take more setting up than just building an oxalite refinery. Oxalite refinery is pretty easy, and we have a gold volcano right here. We just unlocked that, and I have so much oxygen. Like, I have so much oxygen, I don't know what to do with it. So I think I'm okay using the refinery. Like, I have so much oxygen that half my Hydra is turned off. Hey, Elusive Ocelot on Twitch. Hey, I caught another Ethan Plays Live. Thank you so much for joining. Yes, you did. Every Friday, I'm here trying to make more progress. So, Elusive Ocelot, I don't know if you were, oh yeah, if you caught up with the VODs, but we're in space now. We have our petroleum rocket in development. We've already retired our carbon dioxide rocket. So that's pretty exciting. We've discovered a few things with some telescopes, but we haven't really achieved anything beyond collecting data banks. So we're just kind of working on setting up the infrastructure for petroleum boilers, so we can make petroleum for our rocket without having to have a person or a duplicate at the man, I'm just forgetting what this is called. The oil refinery. Like, this is just very annoying having to have someone here at all times, especially when I start doing space missions. So it's already taking up a lot of power, but now space missions as well. I just think it's easier to, like, Dreamland Terry has been asking for a petroleum boiler for, I think, like 2 or 3 weeks now. So that's the main reason I'm doing it, but also because he's right, and we need an efficient way to produce petroleum. So we're doing it. We are doing it. Now we're going to do, I think aluminum tiles will work fine here. Let's kind of do that. Hopefully we don't have the ladder, whatchamacallit, the granite on there. Hey, Wacko. Thanks for joining the stream tonight. How are you doing, Wacko? I hope that you had a great Friday. Do you have a guide for an all achievement run? No, I don't, Mamat. Thanks for joining the stream. I don't even have all the achievements myself. So I do not have an all. That's something that would be fun to do. How's Cold Hell going, Wacko? I got a question or more trouble in my Cold Hell. All right, well, that answers my question. It's that I'm on hold on steel because I need slime. You need slime for steel. Why do you need slime? Enlighten me. I might be forgetting why you need slime for steel. Thanks for catching up. Last saw you were setting up the CO2 pad. Yeah, so we've done a couple space missions so far. We kind of used the brute force way of sending Gene to space with an Atmos suit. I think they might mean lime, Uther. Wacko, are you talking about lime? Well, lime is super easy. I can help you with that. I mean, Cold Hell might be different, but there's a ton of ways we can get lime. So yeah, so we were sending Gene into the rocket with just basically an Atmos suit and having some polluted dirt off gas into polluted oxygen from our bathrooms. And whenever her Atmos suit would run out, she would just catch her breath on the polluted oxygen from the polluted dirt from the outhouse. Oh, about lime, yeah. So okay, so that's a really, so one of the easiest ways to get lime, Wacko, is hatching stuff. So if you are if you have any critters on your Cold Hell, lime is basically the easiest to acquire by eggshells. So I know Cold Hell can be kind of rough on critters like the mammoth. The easiest way, to be honest, I think, is the phlox. Like the phlox is, I mean, it's kind of hard to feed the phlox if you're going by bristleberries. But what else can you feed them? Oh, you can feed them pike apples, which are in a deep freeze. Or sorry, never mind. That's not what I'm looking for. How do you grow these things? Just with eggs, I got 4. Yeah, so eggs are super. That's how I got most of my lime from this for this playthrough. Like, if we look at the metal refinery, I don't even have fossils being converted. It's only eggshells and pokeshell molds. Rock critters and 2 for plastics. Yeah, so you can power your entire infrastructure for steel production just from eggshells alone if you set up more bases. If you set up more ranches. So because Cold Hell is kind of rough on stone hatches, and if you're able to have like phlox farms, for example, or maybe a mammoth farm or anything that can survive in the cold, I would just rapidly expand that and focus on hatching eggs. I don't think Pakus, is there any variation of Paku that is good for cold? I think they might be, right? There's the tropical. No, the tropical's for hot. There we go. So this guy here, the gulp fish. So this guy here is good for your Cold Hell, I'm pretty sure. So if you're able to find Pakus from the printing pod, I don't know if that's a thing on Cold Hell. Oh, you got wild packs. Okay, so perfect. So tame them. Yeah, tame them, and then they will automatically become gulps, I think, when they reside in a cold temperature. I think that's how you get them. So this is like 0 degrees. You should be able to get gulps out of them. Or it doesn't even have to be water, right? It can be in polluted water, which doesn't freeze at 0. So polluted water, I believe, is minus 15 or something. What's polluted water? Polluted water is minus 20.6. You say wild Pakus in a pool with what? I tame them. So you could, they eat everything. So these guys, well, as far as seeds go, they eat everything and algae. So currently I'm feeding them bristle blossom seeds, which actually have not been doing very well. It's not very economical. Algae's probably a lot better to feed them. But if you have any other type of Doesn't gulpfish convert to polluted water to water? Oh, maybe it does. I've never had the gulpfish in my asteroid. So does it do that? I mean, that'd be kind of interesting if it did, because then you can't have polluted water at. You'd have to have algae is a limited resource. Yes, so that's why if you use the critter feeder with some sort of seeds that you can renew from farming, you can feed one seed per cycle per fish, and it keeps them satisfied. So that would be one of the ways to get shells. And again, other way would just be getting a bunch of floxes or mammoths or whatever else can survive. Just rapidly expand that ranch, and yeah, try to get as many of them as many of the critters that you can as possible. Yeah, this entire, and then of course there's fossils. You can always do fossils, and also if your cold hell has, where is it, that excavation thing? I've only ever used it once. Where is that excavation thing? This thing right here, the ancient specimen. I'm pretty sure this thing produces either fossil or diamond. I can't remember which one. I've only ever used this thing once, but yeah, and Treeman's right. You can set up infrastructure for puffs, but will puffs survive in the cold hell? That's kind of the problem that Wacko is encountering here. So actually, puff will survive, but it's not comfortable until it's plus 15. So if we have a different, like if we have, this is 20. This is 0, so you can have a squeaky puff, but is a squeaky puff going to produce? No, it produces bleach stone. Oxalite. So there's a lot of considerations for which direction you could go with that. But with one of the easiest ways, if you're reliant on algae, you can just kind of go to the database screen and see what produces it and see what you can get from your asteroid, from Cold Hell Asteroid. I mean, you could keep an area warmed up. Yeah, right, exactly, Treeman. So like a SPOM is actually a great idea because the SPOM is extremely hot. So if you're sending all that hot oxygen through, like, let's say water, I would think that the water eventually gets heated to the point where it can survive, have the Pacus survive. And then of course you can always do use that for heating up an area that's closed in with a liquid lock for any other critter that can't survive in negative temperatures. So I think there's so many different directions you could go with that. It just really depends on what you already have available, like in terms of critters, and if you're able to expand it from there. Okay, let's keep going on this because we have to expand our our loop, whatever I'm trying to say here. So let's go like this. Boom. Oh, fat fingered again. I hope this is aluminum. Yeah, it's aluminum. And then we have to build it like so. Don't need all of them though. Just a waste after a certain point. First base, it's running smooth with relation of heat. Second asteroid has no water source, so it's harder. I've been doing with oxygen with rust. Yeah, that is pretty tough. Could you try shipping over resources? Like, could you try shipping water over for a spawn? You have the shipper. What's that called? Where's my shipper? This thing here. Do you have the supply teleporter? You could try shipping over hot oxygen or maybe some water that you can use for a spawn. I don't know if that would be worth it though, because if your water supply is running low on the first asteroid, and you're trying to supply... Oh, okay, so... That's fine. There it is. We did it. 1,000. We should build a great monument for that. We have glass now, so we can do it. 1,000 hype. 1,000. How long did that take? Only 80. 79.3 hours. Congrats on 1,000. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. At first, I thought something was wrong, and I was like, "Oh, okay, it's just the 1,000 marker." Okay, so yeah, I forgot what I was talking about there before I was distracted by that, but that's pretty cool. Let's keep going on the digging. Oh, we can build a another thing here. And oh, I cannot forget to build the power for this. That would suck so much if I forgot to build the power. We'll just bring it out like that. I think I only need... Oh, I need one more. Okay, so one more power source after. Why, Frankie? Why? You know what I mean? You always do that to yourself. Always. Yeah, but anyways, regarding your... See, it did it. I knew it was going to do it. Now I have to delete it to get rid of it. Annoying. So, anyways, regarding your cold hell, Wacko, yeah, I think just take a look at what you have available and what you could scale up in order to... like, what you could scale up in terms of herder production in order to get the eggshells that you need. Because eggshells are really all you need for lime, unless you're trying to build more steel than I've already built in this asteroid, which is quite a bit. Like I've used steel pretty liberally. I used it for the entire volcano chamber here, I believe. I used it pretty much everywhere where I'm dealing with heated things, and I still have, and I've sent a lot of it to the other asteroid as well. I think my limiting factor is actually iron, which I probably have enough of to start producing. Yeah, I have 17 tons, so actually it's doing really well. Let's just put this up to 80, and then this one to 80. Okay, so 80 and 80. You should get that iron volcano. Yeah, I have to at some point, but I really want to get the petroleum boiler done. So I have to focus on this. Second asteroid has just 6 dupes, but the first has 15. I think that's pretty good, Wacko. I mean, that's pretty impressive. You have that many duplicates on an asteroid with no water source. So, I mean, I think you're on the right track for, you know, getting the asteroid self-sustaining. Keep going. I need more space. Everything's going to start falling into here. Let's just make sure it doesn't fall into oil. No, it's all good. It's all good. That's not full yet. Actually, the pipe is blocked. Why is that blocked? Okay. Oh, because that's fine. I don't care. Don't care about that. Okay, so they finished this. Let's keep going again. Let's delete that so we don't have the same mistake as last time. And then continue going like so. And this will be the wall once again. So just so we're all clear, there's going to be a wall here. I should probably build these ladders a little bit lower as well. Sort of like that. And then this all the way down. Now we have to start producing or putting in our diamond window tiles. Where's... Oh, did I not research window yet? Oh, no way. I didn't research window. I need data banks for that. That probably... Window tile. Okay, no, I don't need that. Maybe I do need data banks. Oh, no, that's applied. Applied research is rad bolts. Okay. Right? No, that's material study. So what am I doing? Applied research. Oh, material study terminal. Yeah, okay. So anyways, I can get that done. That's easy. Treatment Terry brought up a good point. Shutting down the petroleum boiler basically requires emptying all the pipes and stores petroleum in your vacuum to safely shut off. Yeah, it's you can put one block in an air to get into petroleum and remove miner. Sorry, I think I missed a message. Oh, okay. Sorry, Treatment. I did miss your message. If you're going to cut off the oil from time to time, it's good to put a shutoff at the entering pipes so that the leftover oil does not heat up and break inside. Right. So we're going to make sure that this never gets above 405 degrees, and then we're going to add provisions to shut it off here and shut it off at the source as well. So I'm going to have multiple different ways in order to shut it off, just in case, because I don't want, the last thing I want is for my duplicate staff to come in here. So yeah, that is a good point. Sorry, I missed that message. That's why I didn't understand what that comment was. You can put a 1-block airlock into the petroleum and remove minor areas. Yeah, I'm going to have a liquid lock here. Like I like to have like the full liquid locks like this. I know it's like a waste of space, but I like how they look. It looks pretty cool. So I'm going to do that. And then I might have one here. I mean, just in case I have to get back into here, because this is where things might break. Also, my day is dependent from 4 p.m. until now. Sleeping. Has not feeling well since last night. Do some work just to get home to sleep. I'm sorry that you're not feeling too well, Wacko. I hope your day goes a lot better tomorrow. Thank you for coming over on the stream, though. I really appreciate it. Louise says, "Hi, Ethan. I play a lot and I've already learned a lot about the game, including some very advanced stuff, but I always lose motivation during mid-game transition when it's time to start exploring." Okay, so the space biome and the twin asteroid, do you have any tips on how to get past that? Yeah, so as someone who's played many hours of war domination games in Civ and also have the same issue with Ani, yeah, I totally get that. As far as tips go for how to get past that, it's kind of dependent on what you like to do with the game and how you like to have fun. So one of the things that I find to be extremely tedious about the game is if I'm always like I've talked about this before, so this might be another like repeat of what everyone's already heard, but I like to tame volcanoes, geysers, vents, and all that stuff. And I just like to accumulate and hoard resources. That's what makes the game fun for me. Going to the second asteroid, like I'll show you my second asteroid. This is my second asteroid after 80 hours of play. So I find too much clicking and too much having to pay attention to multiple different things to be not as fun as building a full colony on one asteroid. So I would say, to your problem, find what you like about the game and don't worry so much about like playing like the right way, or what is considered the right way, or what is considered the most efficient, because those are not always the most fun things to do in the game. Sometimes the most fun thing is to like, for example, tame a minor volcano. Like, do I need this minor volcano? No, I don't. But I think that's fun. Do I need any more? Do I need gold from here? Well, not really, because I have cobalt already. But you know, I'm taming the gold just to hoard the resources to make oxalite later. So I just like to have little challenges along the way and kind of work on that, because I'm like you. I find when things get too click intensive, it gets boring and tedious, and I lose motivation. Like, I don't find the space exploration as fun as just building one advanced colony. So I don't know if that's like a good answer to your question. It's kind of a personal thing on how to stay motivated, right? So you just look for things that are fun, and you try to. This is actually built wrong. I just noticed that. So and then you try to just do what is fun for you, right? That's kind of the advice I always give when someone asks me that. So I like to design my petroleum boiler with a dual liquid lock with a vacuum between for heat. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I like to do as well. And if it's already vacuum inside, it does not need to be double lock. That's a good point as well, because if I'm going to vacuum out everything. But yeah, I definitely like the liquid locks for sure. Just a way to get in and have some maintenance. You know, I think that's pretty important. I only wanted 2 here because I don't want to drop that much magma. That asteroid looks huge compared to my cold hell. You might be, Wacko. You might be on like the. I don't know. I don't remember if you've answered this before, but you might be on the spaced out version of the game where your asteroids are a lot smaller and there's more emphasis on rocketry. Which is what I don't like to do. Like, rocketry has been a lot of fun getting to it now, but that's because my base is fully self-sustaining, and I can basically I don't have to focus on anything going on in here. I can just focus on rockets. So this is the classic version of spaced out. I like to decor my base and do sustainability things. Thanks for the tips. I'll try that. Yeah, I mean, the tips really come from just finding out what you like to do and focusing on that, right? So, unfortunately, it's not. Yeah, it's okay. That's a great goal, the temporal tear. Like, that's a good goal to have, but it's hard to get to that point. It's like if you've ever played Civilization, like domination victory is probably the most rewarding, I would say, but it's the most tedious out of all of it. So it's like getting to the temporal tear is very, very tedious. But how can you make that more fun? Like in Civilization, if you're going for domination victory, instead of trying to capture every single city, you could try to build up a strategic army to go after the capital and try to hold the capital. And by the way, I'm talking about Civ 6. I haven't played 7. But you could like try to go for the capital straight away with an air force or a navy if you are on a coast, and try to hold it with a governor that you've already leveled up, for example. So you could strategize to give yourself a little bit of a disadvantage, which makes the game more fun, and you don't have to go through all of the clicking to get there. So going through Ani is kind of the same thing. Like, I don't have to go to this asteroid. You know, this asteroid I can basically never go to and still get very deep into the game. I might need some resources from there, but if you're struggling paying attention because you're just doing too much clicking, then just try beating the game without going to the second asteroid. Like, this is literally all I have done. I haven't even tamed the iron volcano yet. I don't know about you at all, but I found myself most often hitting the wall of my own making. Every run I learn how to do things better. Yeah, that's exactly. And it feels easier to start over. Exactly. That's how I used to be as well. And one of the things that I enjoy is when you get so deep into the game, if I find a way to do something better and I really regret building something, I'll just reload my autosave, because it's a lot more fun for me to know how I could have improved that particular build rather than going all the way back to the start. And I think there shouldn't be any shame in having to reload an autosave, you know? Like, I do that so often. I save every time I send the rocket out, just in case like I miscalculated if my bathrooms are going to work or if my duplicate has enough oxygen or whatever, because I don't want to be doing something just to lose a duplicate, for example. You know what I mean? So those are the type of things that you can do to make the game more fun, I think, is just not voluntarily doing the tasks that make it click intensive. Damn it, Luis, long name. Luis Eduardo Nascimento Lima. Did I do at least 9 out of 10? I hope so. I got it by watching your videos for like half the year. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. That is so cool, Louise. Thank you. Elusive Ocelot says, for some reason, I thought spaced out maps were larger than the usual. Thanks for the info. Yeah, so there's 2 versions of spaced out. There's this one, which is Spaced Out Classic, which has the slightly smaller maps than the base game, but the larger maps than the Spaced Out maps because they have less emphasis on space travel. And that's just for the players like me who like the base game more. But then there's the smaller spaced out maps, which have a huge emphasis on space travel and needing to gather resources from other planets. You're goddamn right. Say my name. Okay, I'm gonna do one more layer here. I only do Spaced Out Classic. Yeah, I love Spaced Out Classic. Like, as Spaced Out Classic is like the perfect balance of giving you the option to go into space if you want, and it makes it actually an end goal with for your asteroid. But it also doesn't force you to do it. Like if you're on the regular Spaced Out, like the small maps, you have to go to space, and that's cool if that's how you want to play. Like, I'm not trying to dunk on that. That's just not what I find fun, and that's why I don't do that. So that's basically how you get the most out of the game, in my opinion. So hopefully that helps, and hopefully it helps, and it's able to help you get through the mid game. Like, I love early game. If I could restart Asteroids and like play 150 cycles, oh my goodness, that would be so cool. I could just keep doing that over and over. But then eventually I would get bored of that too, right? So we're gonna put diamond here, just like that. And then we're going to do a layer of, what should we call it? Thing. I went back to the base game just to finish Ani for the first time. Then I feel better tackling the DLC. Yeah, the base game is super fun. I love the base game, and it's so rewarding. Like, because the game doesn't require you to do as much. Part of the fun for me is doing the troll stuff. What do you mean, Louise? The troll stuff? You make a big statue on Asteroid? Have you make it? I have, not on this one. That's the one I want to do now. Look, it's the last thing I need for Home Sweet Home. Build the Great Monument. I think we'll do that here, and we'll probably expand. Actually, that's a good thing. It's a good idea, Wacko. We should probably get on that, right? So, like, I can get rid of this water pretty easily, and then maybe we'll expand this base, and then vacuum it out. Oh, like off meta. God, well. Louise, you're at the perfect stream, Louise, because I am off meta for like 90% of my builds. So you came to the right stream. Like, at least I think so. I don't know. I wear that badge with pride, though. I did that too, got to the temporal Terra on base game, now I'm playing Spaced Out. Something I spent hours thinking about how to do the perfect standing shell setup. Oh yeah, perfect standing shell setup is quite interesting. This is only my second ever standing shell. Oh, this guy's stuck. This is only my second ever sandy shell setup. One of them was from a on Sandbox, and then of course this one is the live setup. So let's make sure we're continuing here. This is unreachable. Gotta keep my duplicates occupied here. So I think, yeah, this is all I'm going to do in terms of the heat exchange. And then now we're going to start building our big... It's actually not going to be that big because we're going to be sending the petroleum right away into a storage. Okay, so this thing also can be fixed. I don't need this here. Holy, you made it. Which one? The sandy shell? This is definitely not a meta sandy shell. This is hella off meta sandy shell. Sandy shell, if that's what you're referring to. It's so off meta that this isn't even, my automation's not even set up yet. But yeah, it's there. It's there. I have a sandy shell. They're pretty cool. I like them. I actually have a cool video coming out on the sandy shells. It's not a primarily sandy shell video, but it talks about some of the sandy shell uses, which are pretty neat. They destroy. I'll give you a hint. They destroy germs like nothing else. They are excellent at that. Okay, so probably can close this off now. I don't think I have to go back or anything. We'll build a liquid lock here, I suppose. I need to build a couple liquid locks here. Maybe what I'm going to do is just build one gigantic liquid lock, so I have the option to always come back into these areas. So we're going to, yeah, this is what we're going to do. We're going to build obsidian ladders here, and then obsidian ladders here, just in case I ever have to come back. So that's kind of annoying that I just canceled all that, but it's fine. And then obviously we'll destroy all this. We don't need this stuff here. I suppose we could also turn this into ceramic, but one of the options might be to just... Oh no, am I using all... Oh my god, I'm using all granite for this? Oh, why did I do granite for everything? I thought I was doing igneous or... That's okay, it's fine. I don't need igneous rock here. I'll just rebuild the components that are touching the magma out of ceramic. Or igneous rock, rather. Oh, I can't believe I did that. It's all friggin' granite. It's okay. It's a heat exchange anyway. Yeah, you know what? It's a heat exchange anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. As long as the exterior shell is made of igneous rock or better, I think I'll be fine. But all this here is granite. Oh, that's not gonna... I don't think that's gonna fly. I have to change this all over. Just this... I'm like... I have my finger up to the screen as if you guys can see it. Just this part right here. Anything that's coming in contact with the exterior surface and the magma, I'll change over to igneous rock. That is super duper annoying. And then probably this too. All this I'll change over. I'm not rebuilding that thing again. Sorry, I missed your question there, XABeke. Probably a silly question. No, nonsense. Nothing is a silly question. But I don't seem to have many aesthetic blueprints unlocked. I get a ton of mittens and wallpapers, but rarely a cool furniture. What am I missing? So you can go on the main menu screen. If you go to like blueprints or whatever, there's like an option to view all your blueprints. You can sell your duplicate blueprints and then get some credit for them, which you can use to purchase what you actually want. But other than that, it's completely random. Like, once you claim these, if it says like decent or rare or unique or whatever, you get more credit for those, I believe. You just basically you go to the main menu, you claim everything, and then all your duplicate blueprints will be shown on some sort of screen, and then you just sell the ones that you don't want. Make an entrance to the petroleum area above the top line. What's the rating? Yeah, I'm gonna make this a giant liquid lock area, just so I can service this whole area if I need to, and then I'll do the one on this side as well. So yeah, unfortunately, Wacko, it's all random. As far as I know, there's no way to like influence what you get, but you can sell the ones that you have doubles of. Is this the Terra Asteroid? Yes, it is, Louise. Oh, thank you for answering that, Wacko. In this playthrough, I got purple skin for the bathroom. Rest is just clothes. Yeah, you can sell the clothes. You don't get a lot. Yeah, you could. Yeah, there you go, Sean. So go and sell all the ones you have more than one of. You don't get a lot for the clothes unless they're like unique or something. Why do you care so much about? So that's a good question, Wacko. So really, I don't care too much about the heat, but I don't want, like, magma is really, really hot, and I don't want the magma to cause any problems, just in case. Like, I don't want to have unforeseen consequences with the magma. That makes sense. So it's really nothing other than just being extra cautious, because I don't want to have to do it again. Or like, I don't want to have to go and service the magma or like the heat exchange or anything like that when it's too late. And I certainly don't want like, in this case, I don't think this will be a problem for this playthrough, because even the granite takes like forever to really heat up and exchange heat, because it has a super, super low thermal conductivity. It's basically, it's basically zero. Let's be honest here. Igneous rock is 0.02, ceramic is 0.06 rather, and then granite is 0.034. So it's super, it's basically zero. But just out of precaution, I would rather use insulated tile made out of igneous rock for that. Also, you can get clothing for your duplicates, so when they come out, they that's true. You can select what they wear. That's a good point, Wacko. Thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, you can change how they look in that screen as well, like Wacko was saying. Keep going on this. Yeah, I can do double wall, but I've already started the igneous, so I'll just keep going. I think it'll look kind of cool anyways to do like igneous on the outer skeleton and then just have a bit of granite on the inside. Because since I've been thinking about it, I think that's not a bad idea. No, I'm not going to destroy all this for sure. I'm going to keep all this because the heat exchange, if anything, this is going to help with the heat exchange. The only thing that might be concerning is here, but I'm sure it's fine. If this causes a problem, and if it starts to turn into petroleum in the pipes, then obviously I'll go rebuild it, but I highly doubt that will be an issue. Okay, so now that we have our glass here, we can go like that. And we can get this out of here. Wait for our duplicates to finish all this, I guess. Then we can keep going. This can all be closed off. Let's make sure our power is sticking out and our automation is sticking out. Good stuff. And then from here, we're going to do something like that. So this is This is looking like I want it to so far. So I'm pretty happy about that. And I have a robo miner here. Let's just make this like a higher priority so we actually get it done today. Oh, let's... do I want the figs? I kind of don't want the figs. I'm pretty sure these puffs are not doing any help with the frame rate either. Why does this guy have severe wounds? Oh, is it from... Oh, it's... Something's going on with this again. Oh, it's probably hitting... yeah, because I have a... Why is that not turning off? This is full. Okay, it is actually off now. Okay, so the solid nuclear waste is just kind of causing some problems. Hold on, let's do this. This is kind of annoying. The magma tunnel must start 9 blocks away from the tile it drops. You mean this one here? I can always extend it. This is currently... This will be 9. It's treementary. This is left open, so my duplicates can run. But yeah, this is going to be... It's going to be 9. I guess it's going to be 10. So I hope that makes sense. I'm going to have a tile here. Like that. Who is making a mess? That's unreal. Why do we have such a big bed problem? Oh, it's over here. Gene is making a mess. Why can't Gene just go back on the access tube? I don't understand. Transformers overheating again. Oh, Frankie made a mess. No! Oh, I didn't even see that. Okay, I don't want to... I can't lose Frankie. If I lost a duplicate now, I'd be so embarrassed. Made it so far. Oh, good, he made it. Made it so far with Frankie, and I think he's an OG. I just let Frankie die like that. So sorry, I missed that. Oh, okay, my bad. It just gets anxious if I see something in my go. No worries, Streamentary. Thanks for looking out. I appreciate it. You have no idea how many times like Kevin Brown or William have corrected a mistake that I made. So no worries whatsoever. I appreciate the feedback. Okay, so now this is going to be our storage area here. We don't need it to be too big, but I also don't want it to be too small. So maybe something like this. One more lower. Something like that. And then it just allows my duplicates to come in here if they need to without spilling all the oil, the petroleum that might be there. Kind of thing. That's kind of what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? Just figure that out there, so it's not going to be a problem. And then, what else do we have to do? Insulate a liquid pipe out of igneous rock. We are sure running low on igneous. That's probably why I accidentally clicked granite, because I need this to go. I need this to go faster. What I really need is another way to pick up this igneous rock and to cool it, because this is actually going too slow. Like I have so much igneous rock here. 26 tons, 30 tons, 97 tons. So what I should do eventually is make another, like a separate cooling area for that. Okay, anyways, this is coming along pretty well. So I just have to clean it out now. Just sweep it up. Oh, speaking of sweeping, this has to be changed to solid nuclear waste. There we go. That will fix that problem that I just had. Okay, so now we have a robo miner set up, and I haven't decided how I'm going to cool this yet. Definitely gonna make it out of steel just in case. It's gonna be vacuumed out, but just gonna make it out of steel anyway because it's 200 kilograms. It's not that big of a deal. And then just below here, actually right here, I had a door. I had a door here. This is a very I'm pretty sure like everyone uses this exact build, so you guys probably if you're watching like the VOD, you're probably like, I've seen this 1,000 times. Just kind of like that with a temperature sensor. Okay. The only difference between my builds and the builds that that you see on YouTube or whatever on other channels is I usually like to have my automation like outside of the build, so I can always change it, or I can see what's going on more clearly. I don't like to have everything stacked on top of each other like this. This gives me a headache. All this stuff here, because it's kind of an eyesore, but once you set it up once, it's kind of okay. Is your igneous rock chilling setup power positive? No idea. This is just the most basic one that I threw together in order to extract the igneous rock. So I was talking about this earlier in the stream, I think before you were here, Louise. And basically, my rationale for building it like this is because these steam turbines are going to work minimum 50% for like the whole game. When this is erupting, they're going to work at 100%. So they're going to provide maybe 1,200 watts of power at all times. But my entire base is already making enough power to like basically 10 kilowatts. So I'm making so much power elsewhere that I don't mind if this is power positive or not, or if these just run all the time without controls. I hope that kind of answers that. I don't think it is. It's just, the latest video that I made, I do make one that is probably power positive. Because I have the steam specifically at 200 degrees. I read this build gets bugged three times the speed. Hey, little weeb, thanks for joining. Are you talking about the petroleum boiler? I've never had an issue with this setup. This is the one I learned from. I think this is the Francis John setup that I learned when he first made this video on petroleum boilers. Like it was a while ago. It was either Francis John or Magnet that did this, and I've never had an issue. Yeah, the boiler. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it will get bugged. If it does, we'll fix it. But yeah, hopefully it's okay. Hopefully it's okay. And then we have a little storage here for our igneous rock, which we will put another door for. Just like this one can be out of copper. Just like that. Oh, I had to remove this. Is this not reachable? That's annoying. Holy smokes, I've already been going for like, is it 2 hours? Almost 2 hours. Yeah, I gotta go to bed soon, but I'll keep going to finish the boiler. I'm gonna finish the boiler, then we'll have to end the stream. It's almost done. Like, we'll just set up the vacuums. We'll set up the vacuums and start vacuuming it out. Okay, I thought every time I hear that, I feel like someone's about to get their pants wet. The part that breaks the most is the tile next to the bottom of the boiling pit when the petroleum can flash to sour gas. Yeah, so what I normally do is have this like full beyond capacity. So like I think if you pre-start this the right way, I don't think that's usually a problem because you have enough capacity here to limit the to limit the cooling. Like once the new crude oil comes in and gets dropped in, there's enough cooling of petroleum in here just based on the quantity that it doesn't flash. And then also I'm going to be putting a limiter here, the thing, what's it called? The liquid valve. So in case we do have the flashing problem, the liquid valve will make it so that I have way more petroleum in here than we do the oil coming in. So it should help cool it. I hope that it works out like that. In my head, it's gonna work out, but we'll see. You know, we'll learn on the go with this. I mean, it worked in Sandbox for like an hour, so it should be okay. I mean, long term, I don't know because an hour was like part of that was building it as well. So we'll see. CJ, thank you for joining the stream. I'm running short on my metal ores. Is there any way to make them? I mean, unless you go to space, you might be able to find some metal ores. Let's see, like for example, our sandy oil field here has copper ore, so you can get them that way. One of the things that is pretty cool in the game is that most things that you can make out of metal ore, such as the metal tile, excuse me, you can always build with steel. So if you're able to have a sustainable production of steel, which is what I try to emphasize for all my playthroughs, you can most likely never run out of needing to find more metal ore. Now, steel isn't as hard as you would think. Basically, you only need an iron volcano, which is, I know in and of itself can be kind of random, but an iron volcano, an infinite way to produce critters. So you have eggshells, and you can produce that. You can produce lime out of that, and then you need basically hatches to produce coal to turn into refined carbon. So actually, how much refined carbon do I have? I still have 17 tons, so I'm way more than good. So, I mean, that's my first tip for you is to don't be so reliant on the metal ores. Try to find a sustainable way to produce your steel. And if you don't have that capacity yet, you can always go to your materials overlay, go to metals, and then you'll be able to see where you can dig to find more metal ores. So there's some gold amalgam there, there's some iron ore there, and so on. But yeah, basically like Dreamland, Terra, the only real way to produce more is to get it from asteroids or other planets. But those are your two alternatives to that. Yeah, and you can make refined carbon from peat as well. Basically, you need some sort of critter at the end of the day to make that. So I hope that helps. And thank you so much for coming by tonight. I really appreciate you joining the stream. Okay, so I do need some more steel, but my duplicants have been busy doing other things. So just get. Oh, can they reach that? I hope so. Yeah, they can probably get in there somehow. Probably get in here from here. Yeah, maybe not that way. Maybe from here. I don't know. Hopefully they can reach it. And this one I can close off now. Oh yeah, from here. Okay, interesting. So we're almost done, and that's probably coming close to the end of the stream at this point. What I'll do is I'm going to set up the vacuums to get everything started to vacuum out. Do I want to set that up there? I guess it doesn't matter. It's closer to the power. So, and then I'm gonna start to vacuum it out. I'll close the doors, block everything in. And then from there, we'll let it vacuum out on the next stream before we get too far. So Let's build a power transformer somewhere here. Some cobalt. Actually, iron or lead would be fine. And then kind of like so. Kind of butchered that. That's okay. These ones I can probably just open up with the automation, so I can vacuum out this portion as well. I don't think I'm missing anything as far as my template goes. I should have moved this over one more, because now I'm gonna kind of mess myself up. I have to build it. I have to close the skeleton off, basically. So gonna go do something like, oh, I have to put cooling for this guy. So as far as this guy goes, oh, I need to connect automation as well. A good thing I checked that. Automation and power is done. Okay. That's fine. So for cooling, do I want to use radiant liquid piping here? I mean, it's going to be in vacuum, so probably a conductive panel would be best. Something like that. I wish there was a smaller conductive panel so it didn't look so ugly. Yeah, conduction panel. I agree, Becca. I think that's what we'll do. And then we'll just kind of preset some piping in here. And we'll get cooling from somewhere. It doesn't have to, it can even be from here. Like I already have cooling running through here. So if I have to, I can just tap off of it. That won't be too hard. But yeah, let's get all this done. So I can call it a night here. Let's block this off. We'll put one in here. Put a pump in here. After we get rid of that, and then we can start blocking off these walls. You can cool it with the oil. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true, Treementary. As the oil comes in, it'll be like a pre-exchange. It's a good point. So yeah, I'll route that around and somehow maybe I'll route the oil from up top and then go down into here. That's a really good idea. Because the oil will be, this is made out of steel anyway, and the oil will be 92 degrees. So yeah, it's actually perfect. Great idea. Excellent. Usually 80 to 90, yeah. Well, the oil that's coming out of here, I don't know off the top of my head, but yeah, I guess it's 92 degrees. And then the oil that's here is usually around the high 80s. So, got some diamond here. Maybe we'll do a geothermal here at some point. Or sour gas or something. Who knows? So many options. So many options for what other things we can do. Keep digging here while we're at it. Actually, I could maybe I can put some natural tiles there and get some chillers going with the warts. I wish. Excuse me. I wish the warts were as OP as they were. I think I said that last stream in the previous updates. Yeah, sour gas is super crazy. It's basically like this, but like. Slightly more complex. So we'll put an output here, and then I need a gas pump. And then the gas pump on this side, we'll just put it right here. Now the power. I'm going to use lead again. I think lead is fine for this. Let's also put a hydro sensor. Yeah, lead's fine. Lead's fine. It's interesting to see and hear your different ways of building. I normally just build the outer box with a liquid lock. Find it easier to vacuum a big open room. Sure, yeah, I mean, that's a good point. It's definitely easier because the gases don't get trapped. So, for sure, that's definitely valid. I like to build everything first because if I build a big box, usually the trouble I run into is that the box isn't big enough, and then I have to slightly expand it, which I guess is not a big problem in and of itself. You could always just keep building the outer layers of the box and you don't have to keep vacuuming it out. But yeah, I mean, I always say this, but the thing that makes this game so awesome and amazing is the fact that you can kind of play your own way and it's usually going to work, right? It's just so many different ways to do everything. It's basically an infinite amount of ways you can play the game, and it's so much fun. Just start to delete this. CJ says, can you explain how you're making oil? Why do we need it? Thanks for helping me out. No problem, CJ. So why do we need oil? Couple reasons you might want oil. If you're new to the game, one of the reasons you might want oil is to power your petroleum generators. So you have to convert the oil into petroleum. That is probably the primary reason you would want oil if you're new. But if you go to the database tab, there's so many things that oil does. Actually, petroleum is probably more accurate. So petroleum applications. Okay, so the emulsifier, the blast shot maker, which I'm still new on the blast shot maker there, so I didn't even know that needed. The polymer press, which I don't recommend. Some people love it. That's totally fine, but I don't like using it. The jet suits, and obviously for power and petroleum rockets. But yeah, power is going to be your main source of reason why you need oil to convert it to crude oil. So how you make the oil? First of all, you always spawn with enough oil, I find, to get you maybe 100 cycles worth of power, maybe more, maybe less, depending on your asteroid. The easiest way to make oil is to put an oil well on top of your oil reservoir. This needs water, so you just feed it with water, pretty easy. But then one of the downsides to having a petroleum or an oil well is that it's going to off-gas natural gas. Like, it's going to overpressurize, and then your duplicants have to come by and release the pressure, and it's going to release a lot of natural gas. So you want to capture this. So you want to put a liquid lock so your duplicants can get in and out, and oil is fine for that. And then you just put a gas pump and have that on an ammo sensor, and then send that into your natural gas generator. So an oil well is going to produce crude oil that you can turn into petroleum for power, and it's also going to produce natural gas, which you can turn into power as well. The downsides to making oil is that it does take a lot of water if you don't have a lot of water. It takes 1,000 grams per second. So that doesn't sound like a lot, but if you don't have like a water source, that goes super quick. So I have the cool steam vent, which this is like the tamed, excuse me. This is like fully tamed. I have another one here. So I'm basically blasting the steam from here, just throwing it up into here. I have a water source from my cool slush geyser, and I have multiple water geysers. So if you have more than one source, it's a super viable way to basically power your base. So hope that helps, CJ. Thanks for stopping by. Hope that, yeah. If you have any more questions, let me know. I'm here for probably another 10, 20 minutes, maybe 30. It's almost time for me to head to bed, because it's got a lot to do tomorrow, and it's already 12. So Let me just make sure before I close this off. I got my automation. I got my power. I got the cooling. Okay, so this can be closed off. Just like that. Boom. This one here, I don't really need to get back in here. But nonetheless, I'm going to take that out. Mop it up. Just get all this stuff out of here. Mop this up. Let's see. This automation is, yeah, that's already done. Over here, I guess I can start making this wall. I don't need to go back in for any reason there. I will go back in once I make the greater liquid lock. Just gonna be a big liquid lock out here. That's going to allow me to go into every single one of these chambers if I have to. Which I think is just the most reasonable way to do that. And I'm gonna have a liquid lock here as well, which I can make out of granite. I can make that out of anything, but granite is fine. So we'll do something like this, like that, and we'll just fill that in. Then if we have to get back in, actually, oops, a little bit too high, like this. And then, yeah, we'll just go ahead and just do that. Where's my oil? Okay, oil's not even done yet, so I have to route my oil here. Still have a lot of infrastructure set up to do, but I think we're making really good progress on this. So pretty happy about that. Once I get my liquid lock full here, I guess I could just open this up now. I don't even know why I closed that off. This one. So that's fine, and then we'll mop this up. And then we'll open these guys with some sensors, so the oxygen can be sucked out. Let's just go like that. Yeah, I guess I have to go pretty far. So it doesn't get stuck or whatever. And then just put a signal switch here. Ooh, I don't need steel for all that. That can just be lead. Just be lead. All right. And this is not connected intentionally yet. Excuse me. It's not connected intentionally yet. Bottom one is still steel. Hey, Jason. Yeah, the bottom mechanized airlock. This can be. I don't anticipate my duplicates having to come back in here. This is just going to be like an emergency. I don't even know why this is here. If anything, they'll come in from this way. Actually, so yeah, good call on that. The automation wire. Let's check. This one is all steel. That's okay. I made one steel, I guess, an error. But I'm just trying to be a little bit more resourceful. Even though it's automation wire, so it doesn't really matter. it's like five units each, I think. What is it? Yeah, 5 units each. So it's really it's doesn't matter. Kind of changed color too. That's kind of funny. I think this is just the regular. Yeah, the regular. That's okay. Anyway, so now we'll put some automation in here as well, so we can extract the igneous rock, which I probably need cooling for it also. But I'll do that. I'll do that after. I don't feel like doing that now. Just make this uniform. So we'll put that there, and then we'll block it off again. And then as soon as this is done, we're pretty much ready to close this off entirely. Just add a couple of these guys. Let's make sure our Pakus are still doing okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's doing way better now. This is causing a lot of lag, I think, but whatever. So let's get this done, and then we can call it a night. Yeah, you saw that. Changed the others, but not that. That's okay. This is gonna be behind a wall anyway, so it's not too big of a deal. Not too big of a deal. Starting to doze off here on live stream. Yeah, I have to connect this to power, obviously. Just make it out of lead, I guess. Doesn't matter. Make it out of lead. Is there no crude oil available for delivery? I must not have crude available for delivery. Where would the easiest way be? They can... Oh, these pipes should be connected. Let's delete that. This is kind of... This might... Yeah, I gotta delete this one too. It might not be the best way to do this, but I should have these connected. It's okay to knock off and get some sleep. Setting up boilers takes a long time. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to get it working tonight. I just wanted to get the structure done, so when we come back to the next stream, we can just focus on building the piping to it and all that. Last thing, did you see the transit tube in the oil was blocked from being built? I just got here. Maybe you saw that before. Saw the petrol boiler wanted to peek. The transit tube in the oil. Let's see. Oh, you're right. Unreachable. Thank you so much. I did not see that. Evidently, I did not see. Hey, Jack Jester. Thought that you were on live on YouTube. Thought I'd come by and show some Twitch love. Thank you so much, Jack Jester. Yeah, the audience on Twitch has been great tonight. 5 viewers, which should put me over the threshold for getting the affiliate. So thank you so much for showing some love on Twitch. I really appreciate that, and I love the Halloween themed emotes. That's another thing I gotta work on some emotes. A lot of branding I have to work on. But one thing at a time. One thing at a time. Haha, I love it. Yeah, thank you guys so much on Twitch. Boba Fred. I love that name. Thank you guys so much for coming by and showing some love on Twitch. I think you guys will put me over the threshold. Let me check. Not sure. Maybe I can just check pretty easily here. I don't know. Twitch has like the dashboard kind of doesn't work sometimes. So yeah. So you guys, I think you guys will put me over the edge for maybe I need one more stream with Twitch attendance with over 3 or something. But that's awesome. Thank you guys so much for the Twitch love. And yeah, it's gonna be another almost over the stream, but we did pretty good tonight with regards to building. Etsy is my go-to for emotes. A lot of options for fairly cheap. That's a great idea, Jack Jester. I didn't even consider that. I'm gonna put that on my notes so I can check that out. That is such a great idea, and I get to. I'm sure they have lots of already like pre-made emotes, but also maybe custom. I'll watch over there next time. Thank you so much, Uther. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow, most likely. I'm gonna be out of town tomorrow, but I should be back in time to stream, and if I am, oh, this is not fully sealed yet. This should be out of not granite, but whatever. I'll fix that. I should be back in time to stream late at night. So yeah, that's kind of how the schedule is looking for the foreseeable, for the next couple days, anyways. And then Sunday is Thanksgiving. Monday I'm off work, so I might be able to do a very, very late stream on Sunday as well. That depends. Yes, tomorrow and Sunday are kind of up in the air. Monday I definitely have to go to bed early because I've stayed up way too late the last couple nights. So, but I might do a day stream on Monday, which I haven't done ever. So that might be pretty cool. Yeah, I have nowhere to get. I have petroleum. I'll just use petroleum here. I know it's quite far, but at least I have a petroleum thing. Tomorrow is Hey May's Day, but I might find my way out in time to join. Well, I hope you have a great day tomorrow, Becca. Like I said, I might not be able to stream tomorrow. It might be one of those weird days just because of the holiday, the Canadian holiday. So if I can't, I will. Oh, that's supposed to go there. Well, actually, you know what? There's supposed to be two here. It's supposed to go like this. So let's go ahead and fix that, I guess. Just another thing to fix. No big deal. Yeah, I hope you have a great time tomorrow, Becca. And yeah, like I said, I'll try to find my way onto stream, even if it's very, very, very late. Just pop some energy drinks and we'll be good. But yeah, I might do a day stream on Monday, so that'll be fun. The Superior is that Canadian Thanksgiving? Yes, it is. The Superior Thanksgiving. Boba Fett says. Yes, it's Canadian Thanksgiving here. So I think we're pretty much done this. We got everything sealed off. We have no power here, which is super easy to fix. Yeah, so this is kind of sounds like a good excuse to bake a pumpkin pie. Yeah, pumpkin pie. I might just buy one from Costco, but yeah, I haven't had a pumpkin pie in so long. That's a great idea, Becca. So, okay, so we're gonna end the stream here. Kind of do a little bit of a recap. This thing's broken again, but whatever. It's actually, wow, it's probably over 200 degrees. Nothing says Canada like Costco. Yeah, Costco's super super hectic. My mom made two. I'm ready to eat both. So here's the deal. I'm just gonna do a quick 5-minute outro segment, kind of recap in case some people like to watch the end of the VOD to see how far I progressed, and then that they kind of determine from there if they watch the rest of the episode. So it's kind of cool. The YouTube analytics kind of tells you that. Kind of interesting. So anyways, well, it doesn't tell you directly. Kind of just I just kind of assume from the viewing. Anyways, so for the VOD people, if you're watching the VOD, this is kind of what we achieved today. We did the petroleum boiler setup. So if you've probably seen this many times before on YouTube. This is the classic, I think, Francis John OG setup for petroleum boiler. Super functional, super easy to modify, and super easy automation. So yeah, basically just the same thing that you've always seen. And then we'll try to get this online next stream, depending on how long the stream goes. We really didn't work on anything else. We spent the majority of the time working on this, but at least we got something accomplished. Usually the streams are hectic where we try to do 20 things at the same time. So I'm just going to say goodnight to the stream chat now. And then we'll end the stream. So let's see here. Okay, so XA Becke, thank you so much for stopping by. Sean Monahan, as always, you were here from the beginning to the end once again. Thank you so much, Sean Monahan. Appreciate your support. Jack Jester and Bobo Fret from Twitch. Thank you guys so much. Was a great stream. Dreamland says, thank you so much, Dreamland. Glad you could make it. I'm glad we're finally doing the petroleum boiler for you. I'm super happy that we finally got to it. Elusive Ocelot, thank you for your support on Twitch. Really appreciate it. Jason, Uther, Jack Jester, Becca. Thank you guys so much. CJ, thank you so much for stopping by tonight, CJ. Who else? Little Weeb, Trementary, I've already mentioned. Louise, I think Louise might have left already, but thank you so much, Louise. Wacko wasn't doing too well, so they've already left. So hopefully you're feeling better tomorrow, Wacko. Really appreciate you stopping by. We had our first ban tonight. That was pretty exciting. First ban on Twitch, trying to sell us some stuff in our chat. Ain't having none of that. So congrats on being the first ever person added to ban world. Well, pretty sure it was just a bot, but kind of funny. Oh, 6 of 5. Thank you for stopping by. 6 of 5. You were one of the first viewers tonight with Sean Monahan. Mamat. Who else? I think I nearly got everyone. So, Hangry Pixels on Twitch. Again, thank you guys so much for the Twitch viewership. Really appreciate it. Yori, a new viewer from YouTube. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I hit 1,000 cycles. Yeah, we got the super cool little jingle there for. Oh, hey, Wacko's still here. I hope you're doing better, Wacko, and hope to see you some point on the weekend. So yeah, thanks again, guys, for being a great audience, and thank you for the support on Twitch and of course the support on YouTube. Again, I will try to be on tomorrow night at my regular time at 10 p.m., but we'll see. I might not make it back tomorrow, so I might have to cancel the stream. I'll keep you posted in the Discord. If you'd like to join the Discord, of course. This is the cat reveal. That was the cat reveal message. I guess I have to put the Discord message back on. Just in case you would like to join the Discord, to stay up to the minute with Ethan streams, you can use this. You can use this code to get in. And I don't not as active on there as I probably could or should be, but yes, the kitty is healthy, Becca. Thank you so much for asking. There's the code. It's in the chat and it's also on the screen. If you would like to join, not super active. I mean, we're a small community, so it's not a lot going on right now. Hopefully we can grow it in the future, but it's the best place where I can let you guys know if I'm streaming or not, or if something changes. Yeah, so Becca, the kitty is doing great. The kitty, so just a quick TLDR for what Becca's asking about. Kitty swallowed something, maybe. Kitty went to the vet to have induced vomiting, to throw something up, maybe. Kitty didn't throw anything up. And from there, we just had to monitor Kitty, make sure she was doing okay. I think last weekend we did a cat reveal. So if you guys want to see Kitty on the VOD, or if you're just watching now, two or three streams ago, we did a cat reveal. So I should put that on the thumbnail. That'd be kind of cool. So yeah, hopefully I'll be back tonight. I'll keep you guys posted in the Discord. Thank you so much, Bubba Fred, for and thank you for the follow on Twitch, Mangala JY. I hope I got that correct. It disappeared pretty quick off the screen there. So thank you so much for the follow. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you sometime this weekend. Okay, good night or good morning, wherever you are.